Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nadia. I'm a Vedic Astrologer and Psychic Medium. So today we are going to talk about the energy update between 12th of December until 19th of December, which means in within 1 week period. As usual, I will divide my explanation into several parts and the timestamp will be in description box along with my personal details and beneficial articles. Okay, so let us talk about this week. What we have here, we have sun and moon. Obviously, we can see both of them are conjunct each other on the sign of Scorpio, which indicate we are going to have a new moon. All right, so new moon going to take place, either it's 12 or 13, depend or wherever you are at in this planet. Okay, under sign of Scorpio, to be more specific, under Jyestha Nakshatra. All right, so I already posted a vlog about this. Please check the description box as I already put the link for the article. But let us talk briefly what's going on here. All right, so Scorpio, as we know, is one of the most intense sign, right? And the dispositor of it, which is Mars, is actually also sitting here. So that's mean during this time, wherever the Scorpio sign sitting in your chart, it will be alerted, or it is going to be like, well, you're gonna be careful, you're gonna pay attention to this, something like that. So it's going to be highly activated during this period, depend whatever your Scorpio is. Let's say, for example, Scorpio is it's governing your seventh house. That means it will be it will let you become more attentive when it comes to relationship, partnership, what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like. All right, it can also give some sort of heaviness when it comes to the relationship. Okay, let's say, for example, Scorpio is sitting in your 11th house. That's mean maybe your desires, your wishes, what you are looking for in life, or maybe professional network circle, people that you mingle with somehow, some way will trigger you, or you will feel like I have to change this or I have to do something about it. Okay, so but the thing is that although moon is debilitated, but at the same time is having a niche bank. That's mean cancellation because of Mars placement. All right, and there is a heavy Jyestha nakshatra activation. So I believe Jyestha is one of the most destructive nakshatra. Does not mean a negative way. We need to like define the term or the meaning of transformation or destruction, right? In a sense, it's not necessary to be a bad thing, but at the end of the day, even though that the experience itself can be a bit harsh or can be a bit uneasy, uncomfortable, but we know at the end of the day, things will start to unfold in the way how it's supposed to unfold, or maybe the result of it will be good, right? So I always believe that God will give us what's the best for us. Okay, so this is strongly indicate that there can be some change in whatever that Scorpio house is governing and ruling in your chart. Right, or there can be some trigger that asking and questioning you like, hey, do you really want this to be as it is right now, or you want to change something about it? Okay, so this is one thing. Second thing, because moon here is actually in the debilitated sign, in debilitated nakshatra, doesn't matter, although it's getting cancellation, but moon in Scorpio will remain and stay moon in Scorpio. Right, usually it's indicate a heavy mental and emotional turbulence during this period. Okay, especially even in Navamsha, it fall into the sign of Libra, by the way. So heavily afflicted and heavily, you can say, disoriented, and mainly with the focus going to be in partnership and relationship. Okay, so you might feel like people are the one who going to bother you, or people are the one who going to nudge you somehow, somewhere. Nothing else than that. Okay, so stay calm, do not react. Okay, do not do anything. So hopefully this energy will start to get nullified in the next few days. But the thing is that we're going to have on I think 14th, 13th or 14th, depending on wherever you are at. Okay, we're going to have Mercury moving retrograde. So Mercury moving retrograde finally, I mean, it's a final final retrograde of 2023 from the sign of Sagittarius to the sign of Scorpio for the next 3 weeks. All right, that's mean I believe until 9th of January, something like that. I think at the first week of January. Okay, so what's going on here? So we have Mercury moving retrograde from the sign of righteous path, from the sign of Jupiter, from the sign of higher education, from sign of morals, beliefs. What do I want? What do I believe I'm supposed to be? What do I believe people supposed to act and behave? All right, is retrograding back to the sign of Scorpio. This shows that the energy of we all of us going to be in the mood of investigating, searching, okay, digging deep into details of something. You need to refer back of what exactly the decision and action that you made last month, all right, which is in particular on November. Whatever that action, decision that you took on November, somehow, some way, you will revisit it again during this time, okay, when Mercury is moving retrograde. This is number one. Number two, because Sun also will join Sagittarius, will join Mercury in Sagittarius. It show, and by the way, Jupiter here is still retrograding, okay? It usually shows there can be some revelation of information that you may really not know about it, or maybe you will start to hear something, or you start to realize something about certain aspect, okay, that will kind of transform and shift your perspective about it. Please note that Mercury going to pass a Gandanta point during this time, okay, or at least going to be quite close enough to the Gandanta point. Such combination, it shows that there can be some sort of destructive or life-changing kind of information, realization, or epiphany that may happen in your life, all right, which can really let a new year is indeed like a new beginning for you, okay? You need to observe where is exactly Sagittarius in your chart. You need to observe what it's actually doing, the Jupiter in your chart, and where is Aries in your chart. That's mean you need to observe how the link or intertwining kind of energy between the Jupiter in your natal chart and current Jupiter, which is in the sign of Aries. Okay, so wherever that link is, you'll find there can be some sort of change, some sort of realization, epiphany. Something may come in, something may go out, depend of how is your overall chart. But definitely I would say December, it's kind of heavy energy where we may witness a lot of change, okay? And I can sense that, and I feel it since Rahu Ketu moved to Virgo, Pisces, which is again, both are Dushtana houses. It created actually some sort of chaos in some people's life, right? Either is it something really going on in their life, or either it has to do with our mental emotional state, as there is an energy of restlessness, okay? That restlessness right now would start to get pushed us to act and behave accordingly, all right? And also I believe during that time Mars will be in Gandanta, which is definitely forcing us to shift the gear and try to find a new path, right? You name it, either it's like can be as a profession, relationship, partnership, what you are doing in life, your studies, whatever it is, okay? But there seems like there's going to be some shift. Even if, let's say, for example, life, it seems to be perfectly fine, then maybe it has to do with your mental and emotional state for the next period, okay? So hold on, stay tight. Whatever your intuition tells you to do, you just have to follow that and continue with it. This is a strong highlighting the energy of taking charge of your own life, because Mercury will be retrograding in Purva Ashada and then in Mula Nakshatra, okay? So Mula, it has to do with uprooting something. Why? Because Purvashada, it has to do with authority. There's been something, I am losing control of something. Now I have to uproot it when Mercury moves to Mula. Okay, so I hope it makes sense, and wishing everyone the best during Mercury retrograde. So yes, now in regards to the sun, yeah, since we talked about sun here, let us just change the date here. I think it will be around 15 or 16th. Hold on, 16th of December. Okay, here we go. We have sun will be in the Gandanta point of Jyestha Nakshatra. Okay, this could be somehow somewhere as a mini full and new moon energetically. Why did I say that? Because sun has to do with the soul significator. That's mean my self-esteem, my self-confidence, the way how I'm showing myself, the way how I present myself. It's the Atma. Okay, it's Atma as overall. Atma during this time will be feeling lost. The natural indicator of Atma, it will be feeling lost because it's in the most intense Gandanta point, right? Like you forget about Revati and Ashwini. You forget about Ashlesha and Purva Falguni, all right? Jyestha and Mula is the most intense Gandanta point because it's really gives you the energy of shift, the energy of transformation, and the energy of change drastically. All right. If you are actually going through Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pre-Antardasha of Sun during these next few days, all right, which means between 15 of December until 18 of December, it's better if you do not travel. Be careful if you are driving, okay? Make sure that before you leave the house that the gas, electricity, everything is kind of set, all right, or closed. Just be careful. Be careful from every single step that you are taking, that you are doing, okay? Especially if you're having any activation of sun, because sun in Gandanta has to do with energy of fire. All right, so you will feel and see the accident, issues related to fire, issues related to electronic kind of will rise during this period. Okay, so this is one thing. The second thing, again, back to the point that sun is an atma. Having it in Gandanta, it means that we as overall, I would say, we feel some sort of mental and emotional restlessness during this time, right? It's not in a negative way, but maybe there is an energy of like wanting to withdraw, right? Do not act, do not behave, or do not do anything during this time. Okay, just stay still. Stay still. You will be fine. Okay. The thing is that why I said that, because in the farm show, so we can see sun here is in the water sign and is sitting in the fourth house. That means as overall, as a collective, we will feel the energy of withdrawal. You can say like this week can be quite heavy for all of us, and we will feel it to some extent, all right? Either in big scale or in the small scale, all of us going to feel it, okay? So take care of yourself, stay good and be good, and please, like, try to detach. If you feel like to detach, try to just stay calm or live in bare minimum, I would say, in the next few days, okay? Let it be. Let this week pass peacefully, and then we start to bounce back next week, okay? So I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening. If you're interested to book a personal reading with me, please contact me via the information that I already attached in description box. Thank you so much, and wishing you have a wonderful and beautiful week. Bye.